Hey everybody, it's Eddie coming to you from Arizona with another video here. Hey, this video I'm tying to my GoFundMe project, and I've already shot like 3 videos and getting frustrated trying to get the message out, and I'm like, what am I trying to say? What is it I want people to hear? Which route am I going? I need to go this way, I need to go that way, and finally I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And finally I'm like, what do I want people to know? Now here's what I want to know. There's a video attached to my GoFundMe project. There's a video attached on my blog site, which is eddieaguilar.com, and it's like, that says something, but it's like, kind of unreal, I should say. I don't know. The motion has progressed in a different way, and I don't mean that in a negative way or I'm down or whatever. I just mean that in the sense that, okay, there's more power that needs to come out. There's more emotion, and so the whole point of this is, what am I doing and why am I doing it? So for those of you that don't know, I'm writing a book on the effects of suicide. I got August 17th. I'm trying to get testimonies together, trying to piece things together, do some photo shoots, and majority of the testimonies I got are personal. Are kind of relatives related to the mother of that lost her daughter. I've sat and talked with the mom and dad about the loss of their son's life. I got a testimony from a brother. I'm receiving a testimony this weekend from a friend whose brother, who's another guy I grew up with, receiving his testimony, and got a couple more that I'm working on. One was a recent, somebody I met in the past year, a dad that's raising 2 sons by himself, lost his wife to suicide, and the older boy, wants to do good because his mom had taken her life. He wants to be a counselor, so I'm going to get his testimony, and I got another one coming up real soon with the daughter of somebody that I grew up with. And so, plain and simple, I got down to it. I'm like, people need to know my why. People need to know the reasons why. Kind of, why am I doing this? And what I want to do is I need to get testimonies out there to people, because every time I hear about a suicide, you always think, and then you go to the funeral, or you know of a funeral, and all these great stories come out, and there's a big turnout, and people don't realize when they're in that level, when they're in that position of weakness, and don't take that. Some of you are going to say, well, weakness. Yes, it's a state of weakness, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're human. We're not perfect beings. We're human beings. So all of us have fallen into it, some more so than others. But the thing is once we've fallen there, we need to know that we got help, that we can seek help. If it's going to be there, but we need to see it. And rather than something bad happening and something kind of that, what do you call it, the honeymoon phase, it kind of happens and then it fades off, and then goes back to the norm, is you need to keep that from happening. So I want to put something out there with true emotions, with true faces, with true stories about a variety of people that have gone through it. And that's my why. My why is growing up with Spuck and playing football in high school with him, and knowing he was a hot shot, seeing his hard hat when I'd go to show up at the base every morning, knowing that he's no longer with us, that his brother has been affected by it for over 20 years, and it's powerful. I mean, it's powerful in the sense that it can have a lot of control over other people's lives or impact other people's lives. So you got Spuck, you got Mike, who was strong as hell. Another guy I fought fires with that was just strong, quiet, laid back, cool, physically strong, mentally strong. The guy was awesome. Lana, another, somebody else that I fought fires with. Robert. And Robert is the big reason why I'm doing this. And this is a picture of me and Robert. This is us when we were hot-shotting for Blue Ridge Hot Shots, and I forgot what year this was taken, 2001, maybe 2002, somewhere around there, 2000. But anyways, after he'd taken his life, that his life, or him taking his life, impacted me the most. And the reason it impacted me is because of where I was at the time in my life. And I was in a weaker state. And when he had taken his life, boy, that impacted me, and it impacted me hard. And I always relate it to my dad, when I was young, used to tell me, he said the most beautiful sunsets he had ever seen were in Vietnam. And I was like, man, we need to go, I need to go to Vietnam. and take him there. It wasn't until later that I grew up and started hot-shotting and being out on the fire line that I realized why Vietnam was so important to him. Why the most beautiful sunsets he'd ever seen were in Vietnam. And it was because I was kind of, in a sense, in the same realm at the time. Was when you're at a position where you're scared, where each day you hope to wake up each morning, or you hope to be able to make it through the day to go to bed, and to make it through that, and to be able to watch the sun go down and go, okay, made it one more day, now hopefully I can wake up and go through and experience another sunset. And so that I realized when I was hot shot fighting fires, is being out on the fire line, away from everybody, hitting a ridge top, cutting line, get to the top, eating food out of your packs, watching the sun go down, and feeling a sense of accomplishment. But also sometimes feeling scared, missing people that you love, being away from people you care for. And so in a sense, that's kind of where Robert's impacted me big time. And then my cousin, my mom's godson's brother, Dawn, who I grew up with, God bless her soul, and Herman, who loved to fish. Herman was a fishing fool. And I got pictures of me and Herman when we were kids. So those are my whys, because those lives, and how do I say this? Because they had taken their life, it impacted other people's lives. And many have moved on, but many are still holding on to what had happened. And it's like the loss of those firefighters. It sucks that, so many great lives were lost. In a sense, there's no closure, because there's all these questions on what and why and how and this and that. Same with the suicide. Suicide, there's no closure, especially if there's no notes. The reason a lot of it that I've experienced with is that people take on a lot. They don't share with others, and they try and carry every single weight. A boulder is added, a boulder is added. They don't ask for help. They don't reach for help. They don't admit that, hey, I need some help, or they just still hold on and won't let go, and they won't drop the boulders. And so these are my whys. I'm putting it out there. Hope it reaches some of you. And I've shared 2 pieces that I've written for my book, and I decided I'm going to stop there, and because I don't want to put everything out there for free, because it's time and it's emotion. But I'm willing to offer you, if you go to eddieaguilar.com, put in your information, take the journey with Edward, and I will send you both pieces that I've written, which have already impacted other people's lives. And some of that I'm going to put up on the site, on some of the responses I've gotten. So anyways, take action. Go out there, spread the word, send this to people that you know it would affect and that would show interest. And even just grabbing a piece and subscribing and logging into what I've written, you might be amazed what can help. So anyways, thank you for listening, making it through this long. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are when you're watching this. Talk to you soon. Bye.